Hey, this is CT here, going to be doing another guide, this time on a cata tower called Tower of Thin Mints. This is honestly it can be a pretty fun cata if you know how to approach it, but yeah, I will say though, this is fun progress heavy, but it compensates for its punishment in the towers, so yeah, good luck if you're grinding this, and yeah, let's get right into it. Gonna have practice mode on. Let me just try to minimize this too. Maybe that can help. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so first floor. Bear with me if you see the FPS drops as well. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of those, unfortunately. Anyways, these are just simple filler jumps. Oh my god, it's like this. It's like whenever I record, it keeps doing this every single time. I don't know if I can continue making guides like this, but yeah. Anyways, you want to long jump down here, like that. Flick up to the button, flick over here, go on the slant. When you get to the spinner, you're gonna use it to get to right over, not there, to right over here. Go on the thin stud or walk off because the FPS drops. Yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, this is just unbearable. There we go. The button and climb up to here. You're gonna want to do a jump to this part right there. Jump to the ladder. Go here. Don't fail this. If you have button progress on this tower, make sure you don't fail this jump. This is instant kill. But yeah, it's literally filler. Go up here. Something tells me this is gonna take longer than expected because of the freaking FPS drops, but it's whatever. More filler jumps, not too bad. Make sure you just are near the wedge when doing that wrap. Walk around, jump, editor. What the heck? There we go. Make sure you grab the corner part, then just bounce. Yeah, so far pretty easy. So far pretty easy. Go on the truss, and then you're gonna want to flick under it. Yeah, flick under it, and then bounce the rope. Get down to momentum. Go through the gap, then jump to the thin part. Then wrap up here, and you're already on floor 2. Yeah, floor 1 was pretty short. Floor 2, you're gonna go like this, not like that. You wanna stick yourself out, wrap up here. Oh my god. There we go. Make sure you wrap out for this one. For this jump, if it wants to work. There we go. What I do for this jump, I stick out like this, and then I just turn out and then back in, or just mess it up because FPS drops, you know? Because those are so fun. Because those are just so fun to deal with while making guides, isn't it? There we go. I grab the 2-stud ledge here, go down like 3S taps-ish, and then just flick onto the rope. Then go on the left like this, and then jump to the button. And there you go. I'm gonna jump down here. Gonna wanna long jump up to here. And then we got this spinner, so this is muscle memory, but you're gonna wanna jump onto it, wrap, and then go up here. And lastly, just do a stick out wrap to a platform like that. Simple wrap there, simple jump to truss there. I just in first person, make sure you wrap on the left. Oh my god. This is gonna be so much fun. Bro, FPS drops, can you stop it? There we go. Yeah, you're just gonna have to be considerate with my non-gaming laptop and device here, unfortunately. gonna do stick out wrap to here. I do like a walk around jump to that. So W and A. Go down a bit and then flick onto this part. You can wrap this on the right. Yeah, you can wrap this on the right. Oh my god. Stop FPS dropping me. There we go. Jump to the button, try your best to land back. Even if you don't land back, try to just land on like the inner part so that way you can at least go back to 2. I mean, if you fall outside the tower, I believe you can just go back in 2, but you'll just have to redo 1. I'll jump into the once the gap. Jump out. This is netted, but yeah, pretty simple. Wrap there. Make sure you wrap tight on this one, like that. Do a walk around jump on this one. Align on the line, turn like this, and then do a wrap. Okay, so when I was doing this tower, I thought the intention was you jump to you draw to the button and jump back on, but you're actually supposed to do this where you go on the button and then you jump back here. So yeah, I actually thought you were supposed to do this, which is funny, but yeah, that's the actual intention. Stick out a lock for this, do a wrap. I recommend doing this in first person. This is just a blind camera control jump. Just like make sure you turn left a bit and then back right. Outside section, not too bad though. It's only just this jump from the rope. Make sure you jump like with your momentum and then bounce onto this one. End of 2 here. You're gonna jump off the rope, jump into this gap, land in the one stud gap right here. What in the world? Hold on. Maybe it's better to do this first. Hold on. If FPS drops would like to be nice with me, that would be very lovely. There we go. Yeah, maybe it's better in third person actually. Just make sure you align straight, and then just jump it. Yeah. Middle of the stud, turn right, do a wrap. One stud, and 4-3. Gonna long jump to this one. Make sure you time your jump a bit late to get on the other side of the slant. Simple stick out. Long jump like that. Simple wrap. Another simple wrap, and then this I do in first person. I like to just ghost mode jump this and then turn in or get freaking FPS dropped. There we go. Go to like the bottom part and then long jump to the truss. Make sure you grab like this part. Yeah, this part of the stud. Go down to right around here. Just bounce like that with no momentum. W and D. Hold D like that. Just do a walk around with W and D on this. Not too bad. Long jump with W like this in ghost mode to the truss. For this, one is tap down. Like try to have your torso in between the middle of these 2 studs. Then just shift it without jumping with D. Simple wrap. Hold on. Take yourself out like this. You might get physicsed a bit. And then, can it stop FPS dropping me? You're not funny. There we go. And then you do the. Are you kidding me? There we go. Yeah, it's not even bad. Like, oh my god. Stop. Okay. Simple long jump. This jump's just muscle memory. I usually go like this, flick back, and then do the jump like that. Try to get the best momentum for this jump until the very end, and then jump off of it with W. Yeah, filler jumps. I usually just do this and turn in. Oh my god, can it stop? Oh my god, can this game like stop FPS dropping me? There we go. Stop it. There we go. Turn right, do a walk around jump. There we go. Oh my god. This is gonna get on my nerves, isn't it? Okay. You're gonna want to long jump to the one stud. So how many times will CT get freaking FPS drops this guide session? Anyway, I'll jump to the one stud and then jump up here, head hitter, route to here, jump late outside for this head hitter like that, and then wrap rope, and then get the best momentum and wrap tight. Once you get that button, you will have a partial net on 3. So like if you like fall on these, like you'll most likely save it there. But there is the slightest chance you could fall through. So yeah, don't fully count on it. Jump like that. Wrap kind of tight. Wrap kind of tight with that one too. Jump to the thin stud. Oh my freaking god. Yeah, like that. And then I'll jump to the slant. I'll jump to the slant right here, and then you're on 4. Flick from that side, like with W and A, then switch to A. I'll jump with A. Jump like that. Stick out to right around the middle of these 2 studs. Do a wall boost jump like this with A. What I mean by wall boost, you let your character turn and then jump. Let your character turn on the wall to get extra height. Simple wrap like that. Align on this line of the stud. Do a wrap like that. Line in the middle of the stud. Do a stick out to the rope. Jump up to here. There's a no jump section. Do a tight walk around because it's although it looks like a 1 stud, it is tighter than it looks because of the slant. So yeah. Hold D on this one like that. Just don't use W. Go to the very top. Oh my god. Go to the very top and then do a go WD walk around. Go to the edge of the sphere on this side, like about on this far out. Shift lock at the corner of the 2 studs. Flick down like that. Make sure you flick and then press W. Then hold W afterwards. Jump out to the left, to the ladder. Go back up. Jump here. Jump off sideways. Hold on. Can you stop it? Thank you. Okay. Jump off sideways to the stud. Align on the stud right there. Do a long jump wrap. Line right here. Do a long jump. Go to the sphere. Jump out like this sideways. Jump to this part. Yeah, make sure you turn in a bit later than you think because of the sphere physics. So, I'll jump here. Just jump in first person. You're gonna turn and then hold W like that to trust. Let me do that better. If FPS drops would wanna stop being annoying. Hello? Okay. There we go. You're gonna wanna flick around this truss. Oh my god, can't stop. Oh my god, can it stop doing that? Like, stop FPS dropping me when I'm trying to do a freaking action. Like, it's just impossible. Yeah, anyways, bounce this without any momentum. Make sure your torso's aligned to the truss when you bounce off. I'm telling you, it's like every 2 seconds it keeps doing FPS drops. Like, you can clearly see it happening. Like, oh my god. Shift it. Line like this, do a wrap. I'll jump this on the right. I'll jump into this. Make sure you hold W at the end to make sure you land on this part because it's kind of slanted. Go backwards and then launch up with 8 and then turn it like that. Wrap on the right to the rope. Get the best momentum you can, like right there, while you're holding D. Don't fail this section because it's outside and it's over instant kill. So if you fail this, then you're basically dead. I'll jump with W, head hitter. For these sphere jumps, make sure you align them forwards and then land sideways. Like that. Just like the gen fail jumps. If you done tower generation failure. So yeah. Align like this far down and then I'll jump to the thin stud. Align on the line. Jump here. Go jump at the very bottom. For this, I usually just hold W and D like this and then just try to wing it to the 2 stud, but you can also if you want to, you can try to ledge grab the sphere and then just flick under. It's completely up to you though. Yeah, I prefer to just wing it though, just like use W and D. Like right there, and then it should like push you down as you like keep trying to like reinforce it like that. That's usually what I did though. Wound up in the slant. make sure at the very bottom of it, like there, and then do another jump. Jump there, align like in the middle of the stud texture, like that, and then do a long jump with D. Stick yourself like this far. It's just a silver wrap, filler wrap. Why did I say silver wrap? Dude, I cannot think straight right now because of these FPS drops getting on my nerves. My gosh, my English today. In the middle of the stud right here, ledge grab, go down like twice with S taps, and then shift it with W and A, and then yeah, hold W. Go on this side, launch up with W. Go down to right here, and then jump off sideways to this part. Align in the middle of these two stud textures, like right here. Alignment keys, shift, do like 2 S taps, and then flick under. Alignment keys again, W and D into the lodge, like this, and then just keep holding W until you fit through, like that. For this, make sure you're at 60 FPS, because you want more distance for this jump, because it looks like it's simple, but it can be stupid, but yeah, make sure you're at 60 for this jump. Yeah, make sure you're at 60, and then just bounce off with A like that. Sometimes when you do it on higher FPS, it could be a little tad bit inconsistent. I'm jumping the quarter stud, wages inception, time inception, anyway. Just go here. Now we can go this way, jump up, do a walk around on the very top. I'll jump like this with W, do a wrap like that. Make sure you like hold W and A like this, or either actually just hold W at like the middle of this stud right here, and then just launch up with A like that, and then launch up down here, and you will be on. What the? What the heck was that? Okay, that was something. Launch up on the line, and then yeah, should be on 5. If you don't get FPS drops like that, that was the most weirdest physics ever. Okay, anyways, here we are on 5. You can clearly see the FPS drops when these like stop moving for a second. Like, bro, come on. So anyways, 4-5, align out, and then just simply wrap. So the deal with 5 is, if you fail in this section, what you're gonna want to do is you dodge the instant kills. Like if you fail in this section, just do your best to dodge the instant kills, and then go down here. That's the best place you're gonna be able to save it on this part. That's the only way you're gonna be able to save it. You're only gonna go back to 2 as well, so it's still major progress loss. But that's what you want to do if you fail this section. But honestly though, you should try to have this section down. Do a wrap like that. One jump with W. Align this far out on the stud like this, and then do a jump to the slant. For this, stick out like this, and when you do these slanted jumps, make sure you jump out straight. Don't be angled when you do these jumps, because you will lose momentum. Like, don't be like this. Hold on. Not like that. Don't be like this when you do a jump. Like, see how you just lose momentum when you try to be like slanted? Okay, that time it worked, but like sometimes you will lose momentum, so make sure you just jump out straight, then turn. Like that, see? Same thing with this. Go like align this far out, like left foot halfway on, halfway off, and then just jump out straight and then wrap like that, see? Same thing. For this, go to like around, okay, which stud it is. I think it's this stud, like, so like the 6.5 stud right here, and then just do a head hitter. What the hell? Thanks FPS drop for making me walk off. Right here, and then yeah, just do a header. 6.5 stud. Do this in first person. It's not the worst thing. Go to right around here, like kind of this line on the transparent stud. Turn out on jump. Jump into rope, and then this part's netted, so this is a break. Jump out sideways straight like this. Line on the line here, and then long jump like that. Oh, I made it, yeah. It's just a flow jump. Jump with D. Okay, this I like to just jump like this, where I use W in midair and then turn like that with W and D. So yeah, turn and then W and then W and D at the end. Go on this end part, hold W and A. Make sure you hold W at the very end here, to like the line of the stud right here. If it would stop FPS dropping me. One is tap down, and then shift it with W and just hope it works. Yeah, this part's just kind of stupid. If it would like to let me back on, dang. Let's tap down. What the hell? Why is it not working? Hold on. Maybe turn left a bit. There we go. Okay, yeah. Maybe just gonna modify this strat, I guess, since it's not working. S tab, turn left, and then do it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just make sure you turn left a little bit when you do that part. Click around to this side. Yeah, flick around to this side, and then you're gonna wanna bounce off with down momentum to the rope, and then hit the button. Okay, gonna want to use the truss here. Go down to right here, and then this part's muscle memory. When you go past that slanted gap, that second outside gap, go in on the spinner. So it's like this. Outside this, go in here, and then in, and then on the X pusher. You're just gonna have to press that part. It's muscle memory. For a jump to the truss, not that bad. Flick this to the platform right here. Stick out like this. Do a wrap. Align yourself like that. I like to align myself for this backwards. This jump to the one side is kind of long. Make sure you angle close to this wall. Launch up with A and then switch to W. Oh my god. Stick out like that. And then launch up to the rope because you're gonna hit your head. So yeah. You could also just ledge grab it too. You can ledge grab the part. You can ledge grab the part as well if you want, up to you. Get the momentum like this around the wall and around the rope. It's not that bad. Backwards, launch up with A, and then land with A and W. Jumps to slant. Go outside here. Jump to this part. It's not that bad. What the hell, dude? FPS drop. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, on the conveyor to get to here. Launch up with W like this, and then just jump out straight on this side to this part. And you get another button. We're gonna go over here, and we're not done with 5 yet, although it looks like we are. But we're going back down to 3 just for a bit. This is still technically 5 though. And there, when you do this jump, this disables. So when you get to here the very first time, you're gonna have to do this section in one go. But once you get to that blue button somewhere on that truss over there, you'll be able to save it really most of the time on this section, and you'll see how. Simple jumps like this, align like this, turn right, do a one jump. Oh my god. There you go. Align like this far out, jump out straight. Make sure you land pretty tight on the slanted part. You want to like wrap tight and land on this with WD. Go like this, jump out with D and then W. So walk around jump. Don't pull a me here when you get to this jump. Don't go too high and hit the instant kills. Go like lower, like right around here. Do the wrap like that. There we go. Make sure you wrap down like this. Don't hit that instant kill either, please. For these, I jump out with A and then D, like that. A and then D. Go to the very top, and then make sure you jump out straight for this jump to land it here. Don't be at a slanted angle because you might lose your momentum like that. So jump out straight. You want to jump out straight and wrap. Go on the. Make sure you're on the stem part. Try to get like a boost like this, like this. Oh my god! Can it stop doing that? Okay. Yeah, make sure you are just on this part rather than the neon, and then do the jump. Oh my god! Stop FPS dropping me. You're not funny. Thank you. Jeez, this way I'm gonna have a crash out. I'll jump to the two-step gap. I'll jump to here. Do a walk around, jump to the truss. What the frick? Oh my god. Can it stop FPS dropping me? There we go. Stop it! Oh my god, you're not funny. There we go. Make sure you're at the left side of this. Turn left like this, and then just do D in space like this in W. Once you get that button, see how much easier it is to save it. You just make sure you just are against the frame when you fall, if you fall. For this, do D in space and turn with it. Align like on the line of the stud right here. Do a long jump with D. You want to align far out so you don't get physicsed. So yeah. Align at the corner. This jump is really long. Align at the corner and then like time hard and turn. Middle of the stud. Turn left a bit. Do a wrap to here. This jump is pretty high, so what I do is I have my right foot on this halfway off. Right alignment key. Flick with A, and of course FPS drops negates my height. Thanks game. Thanks game. You're so funny. Just tap W a bit and then like that. Yeah, that's usually what I do. Just hold W for this. On jump D here. Take this X pusher onto floor 6. Alrighty. And yeah, basically that blue button though was like the first major button progress. So yeah, I forgot to say that too. But yeah. The next one will be the red button on the outside of the 6 frame. So when you get to 7, this one will be the next one. Anyways, 4-6. Make sure you turn in from like this. Like hold W and A in when you do this jump, like that. Line kind of far out. Just launch up with A. Yeah, you want to be careful with this section because you will fall through this if you fail here. Launch up into once the gap with W and D. Align yourself again or get FPS dropped. Launch up. Jump into the neon. Jump sideways. Walk around. Jump to one stud. On jump with W to this part. Jump onto the thin stud. Align on this line of the stud right here, and then do a wrap. I'll jump to the wedge. Go down a bit. Jump once. Launch up with A. Go to the very bottom. Jump sideways. What the hell, FPS? There we go. I like to go to the very top like this, and then flick out a bit, and then just hold A. You don't even need to jump. Do a wrap to this part. Can it stop? Dude. There we go. Then stud. Long jump like that and wrap. Line on this stud right here. Do a long jump to the slant. Why did I land on that so weirdly? There we go. Bro. Why did I land on that so weirdly? There we go. ToTM jump, because of course. Long jump with A. Can it stop it? Very top. There we go. Wrap away from the wedge. Oh my god. Can it stop, please? I'm actually getting so pissed at these. Long jump onto the part. Oh my god. This is unbearable. There we go. Go on the wall, flick out, and then do a long jump like this with A and W. Jump onto the rope. Jump onto the 2-step part right here. Align to like the line of the stud. And then launch up with A or get freaking FPS dropped. Can it stop it? There we go. Launch up like this outside the sphere. Jump onto the knee. Oh my god, stop! Okay. launch up to the neon. Land on this side of this part, please. Land on this side. Go up here. Start sideways like this, and then just hold W onto this part. Go on this side, do a head hitter. Wrap out to here. Do a wrap like this to here. Press space immediately once you hit on the rope, and then jump to here. Don't take this button progress route, please. It is not worth it. It's over instant kill, and even if you manage to do it, it only helps them saving a little bit of progress on 6. It doesn't really do much. Line this far out on the thin stud, launch up with A, and then switch to W. Yeah, and then like use A and W to flick in. Like that. Launch up with A and wrap. Can it stop it, dude? Can it, like, do you all see what's going on? There we go. Alright, 4-7. Filler jump here, walk around jump to this part. Oh my god. Wrap to the slant. Launch up to the slant here. Oh my god, stop. Stop it. You're not funny. Stop it. You're not funny. Line on the stud. Wrap to the slant here. Wrap to the slant here. Gonna jump to the, oh my god. You're gonna jump to the thin stud. Can it, oh my god, can it actually work? Oh my god, you're unbelievable. There we go. Yeah, you just hold W on the thin stud. So hi, yay flower. Launch up on the slant, and then same thing as earlier, A and then D. If it can stop FPS dropping me, holy, dude, can it stop? Like, what the hell? Thank you. On the neon and then jump out. Align on this part of the stud and then do down momentum to the truss like that with W. Flick out, and then you're gonna jump onto this part. Don't fail this, it's outside. Align on the line of the stud on the back wall. Then do a long jump with D, or just flop off. Yeah, drop. There we go. Align this far out. Let's grab. Shift flick with D. Go on the long jump to neon. Align backwards and long jump with A. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Stop. Stop. There we go. Jump outwards on this 2 stud. Launch up with D. Wrap to this part on the 1 stud. Wrap to the thin stud. Make sure you I land on this sideways, like pretty tight, like that, because you want to make sure you land on this pretty quick, because you want the height. Want to jump and land forwards and through the gap. Don't wrap too tight on this. There's a freaking insta kill there. Just wrap outwards. For this, you want to instantly jump off the first rope and then wait on the second one right here, and then just jump here. Simple jump here. Okay, this section's kind of somewhat weird. You want to long jump outwards like this with D. Oh my god. Like that. Tap W on like this on the inside part. Turn to right in the middle of the stud and then long jump with D. You don't need to do a walk around jump, just long jump with D. On the middle of the stud here, do a wrap down to here. Don't land here, that's an insta kill. And oh yeah, another thing, don't be sideways on this part either. There's an insta kill you can accidentally touch. Launch up to the slant. Make sure you're on this neon part. Yeah, make sure you're on this neon part and then jump out. muscle memory route. Oh my god. Make sure you jump it sideways like this and turn. Align backwards and then long jump with A. Oh my. There we go. Walk onto this part. Long jump to this truss. Long jump to the thin part. Do a head hitter. Then you're gonna wanna let's grab this part of the stud and then bounce to this thin part with W and then land here. Okay. Now we're approaching the 7 out. Make sure you hold W on this smoothly. There's an instant go there, so yeah, walk carefully to this one. Hold W. And then do a walk around jump with W and A onto this part like that. I mean, you're holding W anyway because the X pusher, so. For this one, hold W like this and then do a wrap like that with D. Wrap tight around the cylinder to this wedge. I preferably do this jump on this cylinder part because like I don't like doing it from here because you can accidentally potentially have the off chance of going back on the wedge or the slant. Yeah. So I do it from the cylinder and then long jump with D. And then just do sideways headers down back to the outside of 6, which is still 7. Be careful with this jump. It's really scary. You want to long jump with A and then land with A and W to the slant right there. And with A and W. Stake out a bit on this wedge like this much, and then you want to do backwards long jump with A. And then W. Walk around to the one side gap. Stake out like this much, and then long jump with A. Oh my god. There we go. For this, I jump it forwards and then shift walk sideways. Like that. And there you go. There's the last, basically, major button progress of this tower. So yeah, once you hit that button progress, you can, once you get both of these button progress parts on this tower, you get to skip basically all of 3, 4, 6, and most of 7, I believe. So yeah, 3, 4, 6, and 7. And also most of 5 too, actually, yeah. That's why I said it's button progress heavy, but punishment at the same time to compensate. Anyways, don't fall here. This is outside. One jump sideways and or freaking get PS drop. Do on the third stud. There we go. One jump to here. But I call this the TOBK bounce. Align with this part right here, and then bounce with W like that. Align on this part of the stud. Long jump with D, and then land like this backwards, like on the front side of it with W. Don't do like a full wrap. Line far out. Do this as a backwards long jump with A. Do the same thing here. Do this with a backwards long jump. Sometimes when I do this forwards, you could get interference with this part. It's stupid. Hold W here. Long jumps to slant. Go down to like the second stud here, then do a wrap like that. Line far out on the line. Turn right here, and then do a long jump to the ladder. Go to this part, flick with D, or get freaking FPS dropped on the flick. Awesome. There we go, flick with D. And you're on 8. Okay, I consider this form like a break for, even though it is still punishing. But there is a partial net. You're gonna wanna, I usually hold space on the cylinder part on the back side, and then whenever I'm close enough to it, I just want to jump out like that. It's not even bad. One jump back to the wedge. Hold W and D on the spear, like that. Walk around jump. You can go out further than anything because of the neon, so go out like this much, and then long jump with D and wrap. 2 ways to do this. You can either just straight up long jump it, or you can go like this, where if it will let me back. If it would let me back, oh my god, there we go. Or you go in the corner part and flick it. Long jump wrap. Align in the middle of these 2 studs, and then long jump with A to the slant, or hit the wall for some reason because of an FPS drop. There we go. Long jump straight out with A and land on the wedge. Can it stop? Gosh! Sorry. There we go. Align far out like this. Do a head hitter like that. S and W. On the line. Turn to middle and then do the wrap. A D. So for a wrap, make sure you wrap kind of tight. Long jumps with D like this into the gap. Make sure you turn tight around the wall and then land with W like that. On the line, turn, and then do a long jump with D to the thin stud. Align like this, do a wrap on the left. Oh my god. Can it stop, dude? This is ridiculous. Oh my god. This is actually just ridiculous. There we go. Align far out and do a walk around jump to this wedge. And then you have the last of 8. Align far out. Wrap to the thin stud right here. And then long jump like this with D. Make sure you land on the middle part of the thin stud here. And do a head hitter. And then wrap out to the slant. And then you're on 9. Which is probably the hardest floor in my opinion. So good luck when you get here. Keep jumping to make sure you won't hit your head on this jump. And then go for it with A, like that. Jump sideways and wrap. Oh my god. There you go. Jump sideways like that and wrap. Long jump with A to this part, like that. Same thing, wrap like that. Align backwards and then long jump with W. And then land like this with W and A. Make sure you wrap out further than you think because you don't want to hit your arm on this ceiling part. So, like, well, not like that if it wants to FPS drop me. Not like that if it wants to FPS drop me. Like, damn. There you go. Align like this and then long jump with D. Align backwards like this and then long jump with A. Let's grab this. Shift back and long jump. Jump out like this and then, or get stuck on the wall for a second for some reason. Long jump with A and then land with, like this with W and D. Wrap out from the top of the wedge. Make sure your arm is like gonna fit through. And then just long jump it. Sorry, I just had allergies. Go to the very bottom, just jump to here. What am I doing? There we go. Align backwards like this. Align with the line of the stud here. And then long jump like this with A. And wrap tight. Oh my god, can it stop? Dude, can it stop? Like, oh my god, this is actually just unbearable. There we go. Line far out, and then I look up at the wrap like this, and then just long jump and wrap. With A. Just walk here with D. Go to like the kind of around here, like the second stud-ish, turn left a bit, and then long jump with D and then W. Freaking FPS drops, dude. Long jump with W. Walk around jump to the slant. Don't fall here. This is instant kill if you fail here. This is the punishing section. Go low on the wedge. Long jump like that. On the thin stud part. Long jump it like this with D. Line in the middle of the gap here like this. Shift lock sideways as best you can. Or like get ready to shift lock sideways when you jump forwards. Like that. Not like that if it wants to freaking be stupid. Like that. There you go. Align on the middle of the stud here, like this far out, and then long jump with A, and then land with A and W. Go low on the wedge, and then long jump, wrap around the cylinder, and land with W and D. Go kind of low on this part. You don't want to hit your head, like right here. You can like do the same strat as earlier, and then just long jump outwards with D. This wrap's kind of weird. Align on the line of the stud here, and then long jump and wrap tight, and then with A and W. This I personally flick because the sphere is kind of high, like that. Go out a bit like this, and then do a wrap to the slant. Hit the button. Let's grab like this. Go to right as best you can. Shift block, and then wrap a T. Simple wrap there. Can't stop it, dude. This is ridiculous. There we go. One jump a D. We're almost done with this tower. Hold W like this, and then long jump with D afterwards onto the thin stud. Do a walk around jump off of this one onto the thin stud. Walk carefully in this because this is slanted. Start tapping W slowly, and you'll be on side B. Make sure you walk around to this part. Yep, this is side B. So side B is really punishing. If you fail the very start of it, you're basically dead. So yeah, good freaking luck when you get here. But this is basically the last section before 410. Go in here on the gap. This is just a simple jump. Yeah, you might hear this Taco Bell sound a lot because of the freaking FPS drops. Yeah, long jump to here. Go out like this. Long jump with D to the slant. Align around this far, and then jump out straight to the thin stud. Can it stop it? Thank you. In the middle of the stud, make sure your arm is gonna be able to fit through in the gap like this, and then turn tight. Jump in here. Easiest strat for this, just alignment keys. Have your cursor in the middle of the gap. Go sideways, and then just one jump through like that. Align forwards, and then jump off forwards. Shift sideways to wedge. Do this jump facing like this, and just W in space. Get the height you need. Align here. Long jump a D to the neon if it wants to work. Like that. And then jump here to the slant. Now you can drop down here. Just go down and flick off. Do a walk around. Walk to here. Jump to this part. Oh my god. Jump to this thin part. Long jump to this thin part. Make sure you're in the middle of this part. You don't want to get glided off. Long jump with A to the button. Land here. Same thing. Align the middle of the gap like this. Shift lock sideways as best you can. Do a long jump. And then go on the stud. Now you're outside, so if you fall, you won't. If you fall here, you won't lose your button progress, but you will have to redo some bits of 9, unfortunately. So yeah, and you'll be at the beginning too. So yeah, it'd be preferable if you don't fall here, but yeah. Long jump in the thin stud. Long jump here. Oh my god. There we go. Land on the wedge. Stick out far on this one, and then wrap tight. Editor. Long jump to this part. Long jump to the wedge here. Align like this. I like to do this where I let's grab the corner part, shift, go up around here, and then jump off sideways, and then land on the wedge like that. Make sure you long jump straight off like that, and then turn, and then turn back in. It's a really weird jump. You'll get used to it though with practice. Make sure you don't hit the sphere. Long jump with T. What the frick? On right here, and long jump with D. Can it stop FPS dropping me? You're not funny. Thank you. Oh yeah, make sure you turn back on the wedge. Use SNA for this, and then jump out sideways. Almost done. Align forwards on the sphere. Shift lock sideways. Can it stop it? Thank you. Make sure you wrap like this as your stud. Go on the sphere. Align forwards, and then shift lock sideways. Go and like this, flick down a bit, and then do the wrap. Dude, this is ridiculous. Jump off forwards and then shift lock sideways. Align like back here. Try your best to like turn like angled like this so you don't have to do too much camera control. And then just jump through. I jump up here. Do this wrap on the right like that. Align the middle of these two studs and then do a long jump like this with A. Go to here. This is the uncanny agony jump. That's what I call this. I go down to right here. Have the left foot halfway on, halfway off, and shift left jump. Do this gap in the middle like this with D. Oh my god. Like that. Make sure you don't hit your head on this, and then long jump with A to the button. Stand sideways like this. Make sure you're around the middle of the gap because you want to land on that rope. Just go right here. Shift lock and W. Last bit before 10. Get the momentum on this rope jump to the wedge. It's farther than it looks. One jump like this to the neon. Jump to the sphere. Same thing. Align forwards and then shift lock sideways to this part. Jump up for the button. Align kind of far out and then long jump with A to this part. For this, align kind of far out. Shift lock on the platform. Shift back and then long jump like this to neon. I do this in third person, but I do this like this on the left, and then like turn in like that. Do a wrap outwards like that. Can it stop, dude? Line kind of straight like this, and then do a wrap. Can it stop? Thank you. Do a walk around jump like that with W and A. Long jump to the platform here. Align far out like this, and then long jump with A, and then switch to W at the end. Like, oh my god, yeah, this jump is kind of weird. What the hell? Can it work? There we go. Yeah, long jump with A, and then switch to W. Freaking FPS drops. Make sure you're pretty low on this part. You don't want to hit your head or like arm on this part, so go kind of low, and then jump out like that sideways. And make sure you don't hit that instant kill. Alright, floor 10. We are almost done. This floor is entirely outside if it wasn't already obvious, just like with side B. So, this is what I mean. You basically have to do floor 9 to win pad to beat this tower. So, yeah. Align far out for this. Long jump to the wedge. Jump out like this. Make sure you're at the highest point of the wedge like this, sideways, and then long jump out with D to the neon. Can it stop, dude? Like that. Jump to the wedge. Go kind of far out like this. Grab the corner part, and then bounce like that with D. I straight up just long jump to the slant. It's not too bad. Align like this. Long jump with A and then W. Oh, hello, Wits. You want to stick out like this and then wrap around the wedge. Line in the middle of the stud. Long jump with A like that. Do a head hitter like this. Land on the one stud. S and W and A. Go like this. And then wrap like that to one stud. For this, I have a pretty good way of doing it. Alignment keys. Like this. And then just wrap like that with A. Make sure you try your best to be on the neon part like this, just flicking onto it like this, and then just do a long jump with A and W. Be angled as much as you can. Long jump to the one stud. Turn around like this. Shift on back. I'm gonna long jump like here. It's a blind jump. Long jump onto here. You want to hold W into this part just in case you can climb the corner part and turn in. Align far out. Do a oh my freaking god. Like that. Long jump far out. Align in the middle of the stud here, and then align keys, shift lock, and then W and D. Hold W the whole way through onto the slant. Grab onto the thin part. Shift lock kind of sideways like this, and then make sure you're not gonna hit the wall. So that'd be like here. Yeah, there we go. And then launch up with D to the wedge. It's harmless. Yeah, just go through it. And then do a walk around jump on the left to the thin stud if it wants to work. go. Onto the thin stud. Same thing. Make sure you don't hit your head, and then go for the wrap. Okay, this jump kind of sucks. Eye line, kind of like with like, don't be at the very top because you could get pushed off. But like, try your best to align with like this stud right here. Try your best to align with like almost in the middle of the stud, but not quite. Kind of like around here, and then launch up with D to neon. Align in the middle of the stud. Do a stick out wrap to here. Align on the stud. Wrap to the thin part. Align where the ghost character is like this with S, so like with your cursor right here, and then do a long jump with D. Almost done. Sideways head hitter to the slant. Like that. Jump through. Long jump with W to the thin part. Head hitter to the ladder. Click up. Do a walk around jump to the slant. Be at the very bottom like this, sideways, and then launch up with A. Around the cylinder. Why does it not want to freaking... I'm telling you, FPS drops. There we go. Launch up with A. Wrap out's higher than you... Wrap out like outwards a bit more than you expect because it's slanted. Like that. Middle of the stud. Launch up with A and wrap tight. And then last jump, basically. Let's grab this. Turn left. Launch up with A and wrap. Oh my freaking god. Let's grab with this, turn left, and then launch up with A. And then jump here. There you go. That is it. And then you basically beat the tower. So yeah. That is Tower Thin Mints. Like I said, button progress heavy, but heavily punishing. And yeah, I apologize for all the freaking FPS drops. I simply cannot help it. Like, maybe if I get a better end device, it would fix itself. I don't know. But yeah. That's my guide for this tower. Hopefully this helps, and if you're stuck on jumps, just let me know in the Discord or comments, and yeah, that'll be it. I'll see you in the next one.